Welcome back, and thank you to my 11th subscriber. I really appreciate the support, and I appreciate anybody who is out there viewing my video. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Um, and looking forward to delving into this mod and getting things going. So last time we were pretty much reorganizing the military and doing a couple of focus trees and selecting a couple of national focuses. I'll go with this one for now. And I was pretty much just focusing on production and building up, my armed forces and doing some R&D stuff. And so we were able to get a few infantry equipment and weapons in the previous video. So delving into that, this is a pretty interesting mod. There's a lot to it for sure. Like weapons of mass destruction. That's something new. Dealing with WMDs, and I guess you could say the UN tab is also something new too that I haven't seen. Although there hasn't been any voting compared to my last video. There's been no voting, nothing really going on with that. I do find it interesting how the Republic of China is on the Security Council for the UN. But anyways, so delving right into it. So I'm doing that. I have some decisions to make, like dealing with the Ukraine for the most part. I believe I also sent some equipment to Vietnam, which we're trying to aid and spread or help them out. But anyways, we're dealing with the Ukrainian insurgency and that sort of stuff. Let's see what else. We could draft a target list, so let's go with that. Let's see. I mean, it's really the choices and decisions are in depth. We could just go ahead and select all these. And let's see. When I click on a city, I noticed this too. I guess you could use chemical weapons and whatnot. So that's interesting. As compared to the vanilla Hearts of Iron game, like there's the nuclear option. But I guess nukes in this game are more used for, it seems like on a strategic scale, because everything, well, unless there's a couple that are short range, but at least three, or I would say two of them at least on here, ICBM and SLBM, are definitely strategic level use. But we're sitting at DEFCON 5, so that's the case right now. Yes, we have outdated equipment. Let's see, let's send this division up to Moscow. And we'll just send them there. I guess I'll go ahead and recruit just a couple of divisions. Yeah, I'll go ahead and recruit a couple. I guess these are motorized rifle divisions. Again, I don't know Russian that well. Let's see. Just create a couple tank units. But what I'm thinking is, and I just want to check I guess our diplomacy and whatnot. So I was just curious about what is it, Tito and his Yugoslavia. We kind of need to bring them back into the Warsaw Pact bloc. But let's see, what do they have? They have 10 to 28 divisions, 18 factories, no ships. What is it? 157, excuse me, to 315 aircraft. And that's the number of convoys. But their manpower is a little bit lower than ours. But I guess I could go ahead and move some aircraft over here too. And one person pointed out how to move aircraft around, so I appreciate that. Thank you for the advice, and I'm open to any kind of open to constructive advice. Oh, we have something new. It says soldiers mutiny. though the Congo formally declared independence from Belgium on June 30th, 1960, day to day, the ex-colony has remained mostly the same, with many of its colonial institutions still operating. One of these, the Force Publique, excuse me, my French is bad, has been the focus of significant backlash in the Congo. Although Belgium has formally withdrawn from the colony, many high-ranking officials in the Force Publique have remained Belgian, much to the chagrin of the black members of the force. So it seems like some people serving the Congo military or the Belgian military or rebellion or mutiny. Maybe this will give us some opportunity for the Soviets to take advantage of this situation. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can move some of these fighters around. Alright, so we have roughly 200 fighters here. How many can we hold? Oh, we can hold up to 200. I'll put another air wing here. All right. So got some airplanes in this area. Let's see. Do I have any troops? I do have some from, what is it? This from Hungary. And let's see. I have a field marshal in the area, so I could use him. But what is it? Where are we at right now? I think after this focus, I'm going to focus more on the Soviet armed forces and that focus tree, so I get my military some experience, rack up some of that, I guess. And yeah, it says available planes and reserves. We should be good for now. What is it? What theater? I need to rename this and Far East Theater. Mutual Security Plan. It says the Mutual Security Act was recently passed in Congress. It is a new foreign aid program that will enable the United States to provide aid and grants to friendly states. The support will help those states develop their capabilities more firmly, be able to resist communist influence. What is this? This is, of course, this is interesting stance from the American perspective. Our foreign policy is too much of a threat to them. Let's see. Let's see if we could do any kind of influence in the Republic of Congo. If we could put any kind of influence or do anything. It says you can start pay for military expenditure. Economic exploitation. We're not going to do that. Pay off debt. I guess we could. Can we manipulate politics? Send attaché. There's a lot more options than compared to the vanilla Hearts of Iron, for sure. We can't do anything for some odd reason. I only have 4 to 8 divisions, 3 to 15. Alright, so I'm looking at the diplomacy tab, and yeah, there's a lot of options for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Let's see, our focus is done. Let's go for armed forces that way and speed this up a little bit. But let's check on the production side of things. And do we have any more choices? Our bomber is shot down during the anti-insurgency operation. That's unfortunate. And now I guess the insurgent army is going to be growing Soon enough. Soon enough. We can increase funding too. Then we'll draft another target list. I'm trying to figure out, does anybody, if comment down below if you know how to and I'm just curious more about the WMD system, like in this game, like how does it work, how does it function, if you know. I saw somebody posting on Reddit, never really got the answer what I was looking for, but anyways, if you have any advice for that, comment down below. How are we looking with the West Germans? They have different election. 8 to 14 divisions, no ships. They're like fully demilitarized and only a manpower pool of 37,000. Wow. You know what? Screw this. Let's see. Wait, so Albania is also on our side too? Hmm. Zoo and Ali's World Tour. It says, caught me right there. It says the prominent Chinese communist leader and former minister Premier Zhu and Lai. I'm probably butchering that, but embark on a global tour. And Nali and Lai plans on visiting many countries, especially in Africa and the Middle East, where he hopes to demonstrate Chinese power and influence. The trip will demonstrate China is a global force and looking beyond its borders. The Chinese are eager to demonstrate its support for revolutionary struggles currently taking place against the reactionary and imperialistic regimes. Another major objective of the premier is to lobby support among the newly emerged independent states to build support for China at the United Nations. So now China's making its move. Huh. I'm going to select Soviet Army next, since that's the crux of our military power for the most part. What's going on with them? Of course, you got Mao Zedong. Yeah, they're at war with the Republic of China. They have no aggression pact with North Korea, of course, Albania, and even Yugoslavia. That's interesting. I wonder why those particular powers have access to the Democratic Republic of Vietnam and the National Liberation Front. Okay. I know last video we signed a non-aggression pact with the DPRK, so there's that. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's see, what's the next focus? Adopt the AKM or invest in the T-55? Sure. Do we have any air power? Yes, we do have air power there, so that's good. Yeah, bombers, and I guess we could put another one there, some more air power there too. So let's see. I noticed you could do things in increments of 10 with the airplanes, which is fine because I usually try to put 50, but I noticed you could put 100 in there if you want to, so that's pretty good. Do I want to put any other things? Like, I guess I could put some close air support in there too, which I should do for the other theater. Let's see. I'm doing this just in case because I don't know how the Chinese are gonna react when if I ever decide to go to war with somebody in Europe, like Yugoslavia or anybody else. Well, they have a pact with Albania, so that's and Albania is our ally. Let's see, who else? Let's see what's going on with Turkey. Are they with NATO? Doesn't look like it, but it seems like America is influencing them. They try to influence them. Let's see. So I can influence Turkey, but I can't influence the Congo. Okay. We're doing well on food production. That's good. And I see I have another decision or whatnot. Yeah, I plan on keeping this army here just in case. I'm just looking out for the Ukrainian insurgency if that sprouts up or comes about. Yes on that. And let me see if I get some close air support. So there's looks like, what is it, Olympic Games? All right, so it's just yeah, pretty much is the results of the Olympics game. The USSR won 103 medals. So my faction won the most. Interesting. Trying to get that gold.
Готов выдвигаться. Готов выдвигаться.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Yugoslavia and just bring them back into the fold. Yep. So I'm just getting my forces prepared for that. Oh, the Republic of Congo declared war on South Cassie. Let's see. Wow. So, let's see. I mean, they're gonna probably get crushed, but let's see. Do they have any? Yeah, 2 to 4 divisions. against. I know numbers don't mean everything. We no longer influence the Republic of Turkey. What is it? We can't even influence. Or we can? No, we can't do it. Because we're out of political power. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna have my forces get ready and all that stuff. But I think it's interesting how NATO's trying to expand, although that's historically accurate because given what's happened during the Cold War with the formation of it, and I'm kind of curious to see America's allies, just to see. I mean, let's see, they have a non-aggression pact with Germany, and I mean, look at all the. That's a lot of countries they've given access to. I got organized crime problem, a NATO member. That's interesting. Have 15 to 60 divisions, 200, a lot of ships, 295 to 196. And their manpower pool is ridiculous. It's higher than ours. They have limited conscription. That could be the case. Do we have limited conscription? Yes. Can't change until you get 300. Okay, there's extensive and then all adults serve. Wow. It says low manpower. I don't understand. I feel like we have plenty. But anyways, what I'm curious is, and you can also comment down below or messages, how do the war mechanics of this game work? Like, is it possible to declare war and then launch a full-scale campaign? Because I know I had issues in the previous patch where I tried to launch a campaign to help out the Greeks, and I think I tried to launch a war against, I believe, the side that wanted to, the anti-communist side, but I couldn't. So let me know, comment down below about that. I'm gonna go ahead and let this other decision play out. As you can tell, I'm moving my troops to the border and all that stuff, and I'm moving this army to reinforce it and come by on this side. Although I know this game isn't geared toward, or this mod isn't like vanilla HOI or some of the other mods that I've played. I know it's more spreading influence. But yes, I'm sure there's a military side. Of course, there's a military aspect to it, but it may not be the same compared to the other mods. So I can assert his legitimacy. I think this will be. Let's see what other decisions I have. Wait, we can launch an unmanned array into orbit. And we need to research something else. I mean, this is a very big focus tree. Let's see. Wow, so we have T-62 already, T-64. Let's see. Might have to do some naval stuff. Huh. And there's cruiser 2. We already have a cruiser 2, but let's go for Let's go for medium sub torpedoes. We can increase that. And then I'm thinking about going for a medium sub hull. So we could expand, because we have a bunch of World War II, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of World War II era class sub hulls, which those are, in my opinion, those are obsolete and outdated, and we need to move on to something better. We're doing well GDP wise. No growth, but $1.14 trillion, good amount of money. Wait, there's Maoism. That's interesting. Nikita Korneliov. We have our Warsaw Pact countries, except for Yugoslavia and the remainder of Germany. Let's see. Doing well over here. We have radar stations. Oh, we finally finished mass assault. Good to know. Let's see. Let's go for pocket defense. But yes, I decided to organize and put some radar stations up. Maybe I could put some more on this side. Let's see. Oh, I can't put any here. I could put as many as I want in Germany though. Alright, so we were done with that focus. So I'm going to stop the video right here. And I want to say thank you all to subscribing and watching this video. I appreciate you taking the time to look at this. And provide feedback. Heck, you can provide some recommendation as to like how I can approach certain things. So I'm always open to that. But thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate this. Hope you all take care and enjoy the rest of your week.